Coach McDowell. Once again, if you do have any questions for Coach, please utilize the raise your hand feature to get your question in the queue. With that being said, Coach, first and foremost, thank you so much for taking some time out of your schedule to join us. If you could please start us out with an opening statement, recapping your team's most recent outing versus Florida A&M.
Oh, man, do I have to?
Appreciate it, Coach.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, we went down to Tallahassee, and again, we played against a really good football team, and we knew that going into that game that it was going to be a battle. Again, I think defensively we did very well. Should I say not very well? We did okay first half. We did enough to stop a powerhouse like them to give ourselves a chance, even with the score that it was. We thought at halftime that at worst maybe 21-7 or 21-14 going into halftime. But again, a lot of times when you go against a good team and you don't make tackles, they went from the -5 to our plus 35, and then into the end zone. And good teams like that, if you don't do what you're supposed to as a defense, miss tackles along that long run with the tight end coming out of the backfield to get him down to the 35, and then boom, we didn't roll to the middle of the field, and boom, touchdown. So again, just mistakes again that we just continue to make that we shouldn't be making at this particular time during the season. We as coaches got to get in the film room and get these guys, mentally tough as well as physically tough, and execute their assignment. And again, like I said, I think we still had a chance, but then we came out second half, and then it just went downhill from there. I mean, they went straight down the field, played big boy ball on us, and they wore us down with those big guys, and we just again. Anytime you get a football team like that, and they're able to run the ball and don't make tackles, I mean, we was horrific in the tackling that second half. And again, I don't know if we just had too much pickle juice at halftime or what, but we just couldn't tackle, man. And anytime you go against a team like that or any team, bad tackling, big plays are going to happen, and you're not going to have yourself a chance, especially when the offense is not producing. And again, just that side of the football. I mean, oh man, we are in our own way. We got to figure out with these young men how to get out of their own way. Just blowing assignments, and I don't have enough time to tell you guys, what we went over yesterday, and just the things that we saw that could have easily, been, 28.
Coach, can you hear us? All right, I think we might have had some technical difficulties. We'll try to get Coach back here connected. Appreciate your patience. We'll go back to Coach McDowell. I do see that we have Coach with us. Coach, I think you were cut off there in your comments, but if it's okay with you, if we could just go directly to questions.
Absolutely.
All right. If you do have any questions for Coach, please utilize the raise your hand feature. I do believe we did have a question initially from Dr. Kenyatta Cavill.
Yes, Coach. How you doing this afternoon? Appreciate you finding a way to jump back on.
Thank you, sir. I apologize.
Understand. No problem. Just wanted to ask you, in terms of that tough matchup with everything going into that game, how do you keep your team positive, if you would use that framework, about moving forward and finding a way to try to stay in the race?
Yeah. Again, the way to keep them positive, Doc, is again just to get them out here, going against each other. Forget about all the mistakes that we made during the course of the game, and get back in the film room, get it corrected, and come back out on the field and get going. And so that again, these guys know that they're a good football team. Now it's just really about us, them, as a whole, as a unit, as a coaching staff, and as players, staying together, understanding what still is at stake, and we're not out of it. So they just got to come back out and and make the corrections and not make the mistakes the same ones that they keep making it during going down during the course of the game, man. Because again, these guys are pretty athletic, and they work hard, but now it's how hard do you work in the film room getting these mistakes that you continue to make, get it corrected, to where we don't make mistakes like this again. And if we do, again, we'll be a pretty darn good football team.
From a follow-up question, you speak about the mistakes. In a lot of ways, we see that analyzing the game in terms of the inconsistency. Yeah. They're able to play well in different stretches, maybe a quarter, maybe a half. What can you do with the players and the coaches in regards to trying to strengthen and getting consistently throughout the game?
Again, they gotta be able to, as players. Again, coaches are here to put guys in position to make the plays. And as I said earlier, and before I got cut off, if you guys are here and see what we went over with them in the team meetings, offensive, defense, you guys will see and understand. Again, I know everybody wants to blame the coaches, D coordinator, OC, and guys. That's not the case, because again, if that was the case, then I would handle that. But again, we put these young men in position to make plays, and again, we bring them into the film room, ask them specifically what responsibility that they have, and they can tell it to you right then and there. But now they have to put it on themselves, the ownership on themselves, to go out and execute the play during game time. Because again, we work it on in practice. We know what the opponent is going to do defensively, offensively. Had great plans for both of it, special teams as well. And now they have to go out and execute it. And again, and by them executing it, they can't make those same mistakes over and over. And we sat down, had about 15 plays we took off from offense, and of those 15, probably 10 easily could have been in the red zone or the 5-yard line or the end zone, or at worst, kicking a field goal, taking an attempt to kick the field goal. So we got to make sure that these young men take it upon themselves to get in the study room, figure out why they're not running the routes where we need them to run it, why they're not blocking where we need them to block, and figure it out and figure it out real fast. Because we got a good football team, Coach Hamp coming in here, and these guys gonna come in here ready to play some football. So we got to be able to match the energy, or be better than the energy that we've shown in the past, man.
Andrew, might have one quick follow-up.
Yes, sir.
About Connor Wisham, I've seen that he took a tough hit where he fell, had to be walked off in terms of help of his hand. Can you give an update in terms of his injury or any other players that may be injured in that matchup?
Yeah, again, Willie and his team, man, they came out second half, Doc, and they handed to it. Like I said, they went down the field. They played big ball with us, and we end up getting a lot of guys hurt that second half. Two our starting running back went down, and to answer your question, Connor with the elbow, separated elbow, and again, he might be out for the rest of the year. Then Caleb Johnson, got through the hole and probably about to get another 15, 20 yards and into the red zone, and pulls a calf muscle. So he went down. So now we're scrambling to play these young bucks, and and again we got some young backs that can get it done. Brian Jenkins, we couldn't play him. He wasn't able to play due to a concussion protocol. But again, that's another key guy that wasn't planned, and I had to suspend one of my other top guys, the day of the game before we left, because it's all field activities, Shamar Savage. So hope he'll be back. Hopefully we can get him back this week and get Brian back this week. And in Bloomfield, him and Spiller, ran into each other, both running the post, and one should have been running the dig. So it's little things like that that's causing us to not execute. And he had a big gash in his leg, so it's going to be a day-to-day thing with him. And hopefully we can get some guys healthy, get ready to play a good football team coming in here.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck this weekend. Be down there for the matchup.
Yes, sir.
Next question goes to Lionel Mosby.
Hey, Coach Bubba, how you doing?
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
So I know you guys had about 52 seconds left in that second quarter. You know, 1st and 10, and the FAMU's 35. That's when Trayvon threw that pick that they returned to the 22-yard line. What did he say he saw there when he made that pass? And also, what did you communicate to him at that time? Because the game still wasn't out of reach, even though they even scored and went up 14. So kind of what was the communication there on what he saw, and what did you let him know at that time?
Again, it was just, I mean, they were just more physical than we were. You know, I mean, their DN pushed our tackle back, 15, 20 yards, it seemed like, and, got in his way, messed up his throwing progression. And, and that's what caused it. So, and again, had we had time, or should I say, had he had time to get it done, get it caught, get it thrown, should I say, we was in position to make a great play, because Spiller was coming wide open. So, but again, we got to hold our own up on the front line and give this guy time to throw the ball. And when he does have the time, you guys see that he can make some things happen.
Gotcha. And just a follow-up, I know you mentioned a little bit earlier about the disconnect. How do you get the information across to the players so that what you're teaching them in practice actually gets translated on the field, right? Because I think that's what you've been saying has been the issue throughout the year so far. So, what are the tweaks that you guys see that you guys can put in place in order to help them translate to actual game time on the field?
I think the only situation, the remedy for that right now, again, is we got to bring them in a little bit more, and they got to take ownership of themselves. Again, just coming in and watching extra film and being able to see what they did wrong and just being able to correct it. Again, we're fine, pretty much, should I say, throughout the week. And then, then we get to game time, and then guys forget where they're supposed to run a route, forget a check down, and little things like that, that gets you beat against good teams, or against any team if you continue to make that many mistakes. So as coaching staff, as I told them, heck, we need to do wristbands with these guys, or again, bring them in a little bit earlier and a little bit more, get them in, watching film on their own so they can see it more and more. And again, I'm all about repetition. So, the more we rep it, the more they see it. Hopefully, the better we get at it.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Coach, appreciate you staying on with us, and look forward to speaking to you again next week.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Coach.